It is 11 minutes past 9 o'clock right now, and that time of year that folks definitely want to get together and knock back a few cold ones, but not everybody wants alcohol or the calories when it comes to knocking back some cold ones. And if there's one person that knows how to create something that is non-alcoholic and not a whole lot of calories, it's this one right over here. Yay! Sheree Clark from Fork in the Road, because you can create just about anything. You are very imaginative.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I'm also one of those people that gets really hot when it's hot outside, and it is that if nothing else. So let's stay hydrated. And you hit upon a key thing that's important to me, and that is about the whole non-alcoholic thing.
Right.
This time of year is a fun time of year. Beer and wine coolers and all those kinds of things, but not everybody drinks alcohol, or not everybody on certain days chooses to drink alcohol. Sometimes it's because they don't want to. Sometimes maybe somebody's pregnant. Maybe somebody's watching calories. It doesn't matter.
And when it gets this hot, it's not really safe for you to drink a bunch of alcohol.
That's exactly right. It dehydrates you. So it doesn't matter why somebody's not drinking. Let's give them an out. But better than that, let's give them something nice to drink. Instead of everybody else gets all these really fun, fancy margaritas and daiquiris and fancy glass things, and then I get tap water. Well, that's not exactly exciting. So I made you a couple. we have a flight of beverages today.
Flight. That's the first time you've used that word.
They look very pretty, but what are we going to be experiencing today?
Well, I'm most excited about, I'm excited about all of them, but I brought along a fresh coconut, and I know you guys like those. So
yes, we do.
And this is what a coconut looks like nowadays, folks.
And
if you haven't been to the grocery store lately.
As I say, you can buy them like this, correct?
Yes. This is called a young coconut. It's also called a Thai coconut. You can buy them at many of the bigger grocery stores and supermarkets carry them, but you can also buy them really cost effectively if you're having a party at an Asian market. They sell them by the case.
Really?
Like over in the East Village?
East Village would be one place to go. I live in the Beaverdale area, so I buy mine at Saigon Market on Douglas.
Yeah.
They're like $2 and so a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, which is lots cheaper than if you buy them one at a time at an more expensive natural food store. If you buy them by the case, they'll often give you a 10% discount.
Even better.
Yeah, it's even better.
Now, how long will they last if you get these?
Well, they come shrink wrapped, and so you don't open them first, and so you leave them in the refrigerator, and they'll last a good week, at least a good week. And keep them in the fridge, keep them good. You'll know that they're good when you open them. You can see this one is a good one because it's got white flesh.
Here, turn toward the camera.
That what people consider to be the coconut.
Here, turn like
I'll
this.
let you do it. You're darn good at that.
There it is, right here.
So the flesh is white. If it's pink on the inside, it's starting to spoil. So you would want them to be white and really nice. It's just like an avocado. When the avocado is a little brown on the inside, it's not as good.
Okay.
Okay. So I open that, and you can taste it if you'd like. It's I don't need to invite you, do I? It's great.
I love coconut water.
No,
can you eat this part, the meat?
Yeah. I gave you a spoon if you wanted to get a little bit off.
Now it's rather full. Is this how full it comes?
Yeah.
When you crack them open?
An average coconut will yield between 1.5 and 2 cups of water.
I'm not sure if you can see that or not. You can see how full this is.
Yep, that's full. And I actually took out about an ounce so that when I carried it across the set, it wouldn't
why is coconut water so beneficial to us?
There's a lot of electrolytes in it, so I use it as a replacement for things like Gatorade. I'm not a big Gatorade fan.
There's a lot of sugar.
Oh, there's sugar and there's dye and things, so it would be a great replacement for that.
Okay.
And it tastes good and it's refreshing and it's inexpensive. And then the flesh you've got, that's an added snack. I opened it using a Cocoa Jack.
A Cocoa Jack.
So they don't come with the little trap door?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Now you can also open it using a cleaver, which I'm also pretty skilled at, and sometime I'll show you that on the show.
But you just whack it with a cleaver?
Yeah, you have to know where to hit it. You hit it with the edge of the knife, the butt of it, and it pops open. But this is the way that I tell most beginners to do it because it's safer. So you just put this on the crown of the coconut with the pointy part, and then you tap it down. Yeah. I've had even beginners hit it the first time.
Well, that is really cool.
It's also good with a little tiny bit of lime juice. So the lime in the coconut really is a good thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's very tasty.
And drink it all up.
All up. On your left, it looks like a regular iced tea, but that's a Thai tea. And so what I've done, there is actually no tea in it. It's a caffeine-free beverage, and I blended up basil leaves, lemon juice, coconut nectar, and I think that was about it. Yeah, I just put that all together. Yeah, and then I put it in the blender and I strained it so that the solids from the basil leaves would come out, and I think it's refreshing.
That is really different.
It's really good.
I told you she's creative when it comes to making things, especially when it comes to drinks.
Well, and a couple times ago, we had some rosemary lemonade. So I really
That was
love
amazing.
fresh herbs in your drinks are really nice. It really makes it, and so this would go great
This
with
is really good.
Thai food or an
Oh,
Asian
yeah. I
food.
was gonna say it's very basil-y, but I mean it's very fresh.
If you like basil, you're going to love this.
Exactly, and you can pull back on the basil if you don't like that. Over here, the yellow, it looks kind of like one of those, remember golden Cadillacs we used to make in the 70s with Galliano and those types of things? Another non-alcoholic beverage. This is turmeric milk that I put over ice. So it's a kind of like, almost like an Indian milkshake.
Really?
Think of it that way,
Okay,
yes.
this one down here?
Yep. Now the thing to remember about turmeric is when you're working with it, and I used a turmeric powder, you could use fresh turmeric, but I like the powder because it's a little bit cleaner and neater to work with. Turmeric stains. So if you have white dishcloths and things like that, you don't want to wipe up your counter if you spill some.
It's nutty, yeah.
And
It's like a nut milk.
that's how I started. It was almond milk with turmeric, a little bit of cinnamon, and what did I use as a sweetener? Honey.
It reminds me of like what my rice pudding used to taste like.
There
when my
you
mom
go,
made it
exactly.
Without
you hit
the
it.
without
you hit
the
the
rice.
nail on the head.
That's perfect,
Yeah.
exactly. So then the final one I brought along is a lot of times everybody's walking around with a stemmed glass and you feel
Right.
like you don't want to call attention to yourself. This is a non-alcoholic wine. It's 2 ingredients. I took grape juice and celery juice and combined them.
Celery juice?
Celery and grape.
All right.
And I think it's just wonderful and refreshing.
Do you smell like a wine?
No, not really. Yeah, you could, yeah. I thought you said, does it smell like a
Oh,
wine?
That is
no.
an interesting combination.
It's a great combo, and you can make it sweeter if you want. Put in more grapes or sweeter grapes, and every time you make it, it's going to
that's
taste
good.
different because the grapes will be different. Now, I used red because I think it's prettier, but if you like white grapes, you can
That
use
is
that too.
really interesting. That is really good.
That's really tasty.
Yeah.
And the only way you can
And
make
something that you could add a little extra something if
You
you
could
wanted.
if you wanted
absolutely,
to.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Make that better is just putting a little umbrella in there too. That make it even
There you
nicer.
go.
There you have it.
You could, if you wanted to amp up most of these, if you wanted to just have everybody drinking the same thing, rum would work in coconut water. I'd go easy on it, maybe put a splash of soda water so that it's not too concentrated. Like you said, you could add vodka would work in there. So you can do those kinds of things if you choose to, but my take on it is let's drink some non-alcoholic beverages at least to get us started.
You really don't need it. It's
No.
that flavorful.
Exactly.
It has a health benefit, and we just want to remind you to stay hydrated, folks. And this is a very fun way to do it this summer.
There you go.
bet.
All right, people want to try to keep up with you and follow along with some of these ideas and others.
Go to fork-road.com and be watching. I've got another new exciting program coming up. So the last time it was a good time.
It was.
We're coming up on another one. So stay
That is
tuned.
great. All right, so here, drink up. You can have something.
There you go.
I don't have drugs. There you go. Cheers. We'll be right back, folks. You're